Hello everyone, I'm back with part 3. We're going to continue where we left off. Oops. There we go. Just saving to the other slot. That way if the power goes out or something, I'll have the other save to go back to. Last time we left off, we were about to rescue Jaren, our 4th party member. We just got the key that allows us to get into that tower. I think this is the right way. Actually, I'm not so sure that's the right way. At least it didn't take 3 weeks this time, it was only 2. But I think I do have to go down, around, then up to get to that tower. I still have plenty of plum sliders. She still can't kill those. At some point here, she should be able to. Consistently, anyhow. I know she can kill them every so often. Was not a very good level up. Now these guys, these are basically like Metal Slimes and Dragon Warrior, if you've ever played those, or Dragon Quest, excuse me. They have not very much health, but they have insane defense, and they oftentimes run. But if you can kill one, you get lots of experience. It'd be nice if I could get a couple of them. That's a good sign. He stayed. Do that. Kind of wish you weren't confused. Ow. See, 750 is way more than most battles give you. Oh, I almost got killed. Or at least the hero almost got killed. I do have a float. And I found another one. Don't want to go on yet. Don't want to pass up treasure chests. Okay, now I think I have everything on this side of the bridge. Actually, that only led there. These guys are seriously annoying when they come out with other stuff. Thankfully, it's just them. I'm really glad she hit the same one twice. That was a pretty nice fight for experience. Didn't even take a single hit. Get rid of that orc real quick so I can focus on the chest. yet. This is the kind of fight where that dread really hurts. That's why I'd like to get rid of that beetle as soon as possible. Of course it ran. And I thought she'd be able to kill those with that. Oh well. Probably should have had her attack the orb, so it doesn't matter much. I'm sure you've noticed that more and more are running into groups of enemies that actually do quite a lot of damage. Well, it's about this time that they give you Jaren, and part of the whole her thing is dealing with these groups. And conveniently enough, they put a save point here since you're so far away from town. Now you can't cast float in the overworld, so you just have to take the damage. Thankfully it doesn't do very much damage. Nice, they gave a high potion for that. We'll be having none of that, thanks. These guys are actually kind of annoying. In most playthroughs, I usually run from those guys. 1 second, I have a phone call. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had my landscaper call me. I was setting up a project. I have a lot of overgrowth in my backyard I wanted to get rid of. Okay, so these archers have an AoE attack. And if they come out in large groups, I usually run from them too. Because they're just not worth the danger. Because if you get an ambush by like 3 of these guys, you're pretty much dead. I wouldn't even try to fight them if there's more than 2 of them. I don't know why that wasn't considered the same group. Usually when they summon others, they're considered the same group. That flash ring makes all flash type spells stronger, which includes thunder. I'm just gonna run from these guys as soon as I find my smoke balls. That is not worth the experience. Really hoping he wouldn't do that. But it didn't turn out too bad. Oops. I have to talk to this guy. So I forget, I think there's a whole nother room in here, I thought. I think I went the wrong way. I mean, that's the way to the objective, but I don't want to pass up all the treasure in here. We're just gonna run from these guys too. If I had Jaren, I would fight them, but we don't have Jaren yet. I don't want to cast Bang because they might use Mirror. I'd rather waste an item than have somebody get killed. Since when can you not kill an orc? I just didn't want him to miss out on the experience. Especially since it's his level that determines when you can go to the cave next. I think there was a staircase. Yeah, there's a staircase out here. Those light-colored spots, as you may have guessed, are where you fall. I can't really remember where all of them are. Okay, all the treasure's gotten. We can now leave the tower. Or at least progress to the boss. This is a teleporter maze. And it's fairly easy to brute force. You just don't, like that NPC said, don't step on the teleporter and on the far, the top there. Because that will take you all the way back to the beginning of the tower. As long as you don't do that or step off the edge, you'll be fine. Try down. Okay, so it's left, the one starting with the left. That takes you to the boss, but I don't want to go to the boss yet. So it's not that one, it must be this one here. Glad that's missing so much. Okay, that still leaves one chest yet. Please kill that. You couldn't possibly have killed that before he did that, could you? Foul waters are pretty rare and hard to get a hold of. It's nice when they do drop. They make you get more encounters. And you might be wondering why you would want more encounters. There it is. The simple reason is there are some places in the game where you want to farm enemies for their drops way later in the game, so you don't want to use them before you get there. And I am not fighting these. No, thank you. Was it down? I think that was up. It's up and then down, right? No, it was up and up. Yeah. I wonder if I should have put the fly ring on somebody, did I? No, it's right there. Oh well. We'll still get him. I still forgot to buy powder. No, I didn't forget, actually. I still have them. I think that would actually work. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work. Ooh, that was close. There we go. He wasn't too hard. They even give you a free rest and a free warp. Yeah, we'll definitely meet again. Would like to save, however. And now I actually realize I'm not sure which way to go. I don't think that's the right way. Maybe it was down and right. I just remember going south, vaguely. Another scimitar? Since when do you usually find that many of those? That's not what I meant to do. Doesn't matter since all I'm doing is going to the next town. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. At least they're nice enough to give me a poison pin for my trouble. Actually, I think if I talk to the people in here, they'll tell me where to go next. was hoping somebody would. Well, one of them mentioned going to Serenigo. So I guess I'll go over there. I think that's where I'm supposed to go next. Now, when they say it's dangerous over here, they're actually not kidding, because some of these enemies do hurt. And he still can't kill those. If I recall correctly, that town ought to be over here somewhere. There it is. Ow. Don't need that, thanks. I know I'm right outside the town, but I just want to heal up just in case I get into a fight the next step. I don't know if I need that stuff or not. I don't think I need that stuff. No, I don't need. Well, there's that, but I'm not gonna bother. Okay, what about weapons? That would actually be better for him. And you don't ever want to sell these special rings. Never know when you might need one. So I think that's it. That's all I need to do here, other than figure out where I'm supposed to go next. I mentioned going down south to the forest, so that's what we'll do. Of course, he would do that. So he can kill those. I thought he could, but I wasn't sure. Well, these guys are giving more experience, which is nice. They just also hurt a lot more. Five strength for her? And absorb is a good spell. It's just you have to learn what you can use it on, what you can't use it on. And a lot of times you hardly even get anything out of using it. I think that was the intended way. It's for you to heal with magic and then use absorb to get it back. But I've always found that way more unreliable than just simply using the potions. Or, well, the plum ciders, I mean. Okay, at least they didn't mess with my party setup. So I'm going to use all those potions I've been saving on her. And as you can see, I made a pretty decent difference. But I also have, if I can find them, these. 5, 6, 8, 10 strength. Don't believe I have anything to put on her. I put the fly ring on her because there is times where you can come across a bunch of flying enemies. It's better than nothing. See, and that's why I like having her so much. You can get stronger single target weapons for her, but I just leave bows on her the whole time. And I still don't want to fight these guys right now. I just realized when she said go east, I actually went west instead of east. I'm surprised they let you do that. I would like to rest, thanks. Alright, time to get some armor for her, which she is sorely lacking. Although I forget what she has. She has a light robe already. Pretty sure I already have this stuff. Yeah. Well, he could use a buckler, actually. I didn't actually buy it. There we go. Now her defense won't be so terrible. What I want to do is give Jaren healed shoes to raise her attack power further. I didn't know you could buy from this screen. Huh. As long as I've been playing this game, I had never thought to try buying. I usually back out to the other screen. See, you could buy that for her and it'd be an upgrade in terms of raw damage, but it's only a single target weapon, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, with these towers, our objective is to first get all the gems from all 3 towers. And then once you have all 3 gems, you put them in the towers in the correct order. That gives attack and defense, both things she needs. Her defense is usually so terrible. I forget what those elves actually do. Well, that answers that. Ouch, they hurt, actually. Not bad experience, but they hurt way too much. So we can add those to the list of things we run from. I know these guys can turn you, or these girls can turn you to stone, obviously. Those also give nice experience in here, so it's not like we're losing out on all the experience if we run from the elves. There's no bosses in the first 2 towers, so we don't have to worry about conserving MP. And now she has Absorb. If I recall correctly, yeah, she has both Escape and Warp. So even if I did start running out of MP, I could just bug out pretty easily. Or, you know, just step off the side of the tower and warp. That works too. her being confused is actually rather annoying. At least when you first get her. Later on, she can't do much damage to really be that big of a problem. And sometimes it's even good when she gets confused, because she can wake up and break confusion from your party members. Well, there's the gem out of this tower, but I want to get the rest of the treasures. Glad that missed. I kind of wish somebody else would learn stronger. I forget what's in here. Oh, okay, I couldn't remember if that was a staircase or not. Just 2 more levels till we go to the cave again. If I remember right, I saw a treasure chest over here. Yes, I did. I think a single elf should be okay. Although I kind of wish the slime wasn't there too. I did not think that was going to kill that. No matters. Still didn't change anything. Another 4 strength. She's actually on a roll. thanks. That is not worth the trouble. That's weird. Must be a way to get down from up there. Well, that's how you get up there, but now I gotta figure out how to get to that chest that I just saw. It says there's an up staircase below me. Gotta figure out how you get to that. $400 a fight is actually pretty good. Is it this staircase? It is. I wonder how they passed that up several times. Okay, that's that tower first pass done. Actually, I think I'm gonna go back for supplies before I do anything else. I'm getting low on cider. I'm gonna start carrying 2 stacks now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, should have, yeah, one of 99 and one of 95. I'm also going to buy some smoke balls too while I'm at it. Because I saw I'm starting to get a little low on those too. Now that I'm running into enemies I need them for more often. That gives me... I think I would like to sort, so I'm not looking for them. No, I have 50 of them, almost. Well, the next tower we're going to do is way down here. Okay, I'll give that to him, because the only thing he loses is like 2 defense. I'm not worried about that. So this is an inn. We're not going to do any grinding in this playthrough as per the rules, but if you ever did a playthrough and you needed to grind, this will be a good place. You can just rest at the inn when you need. And the enemies in here are actually half decent experience. There will be a way better place to grind here shortly after these 3 towers bit. But if you're having trouble with the boss in the red tower, you could probably gain a couple levels in here. Especially if you wanted to push towards the next ancient cave floor. Level 4 strength for Lufia. That's pretty nice. I don't remember what that switch does, so we're gonna go the other way until we find out. Wait, that switch controls these staircases, if I recall correctly. Turns out we do want that switch first. Because we can get all the chests and then we can go beyond. Glad he wasted his turn. There's far worse things he could have done. 7 strength. Ooh, that was a nice level up. Not just for the strength, but the other stats too. I hope you can kill that. Nope. Now I just have to hit the switch so I can go past this part. Now, if you remember from the, I think it's the past episode where I went into that cave where the kid was kidnapped by the ghost. The Will-O-Wisps have way too high defense to use melee attacks on them. It's just simpler to throw magic at them to kill them quick. Ooh, finally. I was just saying how I wish somebody would learn that. One more level, then I can go to the cave again. Well, at least that happened after her attack. Okay, that tower is done. And they were even nice enough to put a town next to it, too. Now that ghost is actually no joke. But I'm sure we can handle him. I'm gonna go back here to save though, since there's no save point in that village. Okay, and I will be right back. I have to take care of something real quick for a second. Okay, we're back. That didn't take very long. It was starting to get kind of cold out, so I decided to shut the door. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to kill that. Those things use flame, which hurts quite a bit, actually. We want the basement first. I remember that much. So there's two different versions of this floor. There's a version that you get before you fight the boss, and then the version after the boss. We'll make sure we explore before and after. I don't know if Leo can kill one of those or not. Doesn't matter, he's asleep. I do have a float. They're not too bad if you fight just one of them. And I thought the two of them could kill that. I'll have to remember that they can't. It's when they come out in packs, you have to be careful. One flame isn't too bad, but when you get hit with three of them in a single turn, but nothing a few ciders can't fix. Oops. On a surprise attack, however, I think we'll be fine. Okay, now that we cleared the basement, I didn't check all those tiles down there. I don't think there's any treasure in that poison, I forget. Even though that does take her attack down. So both of those doors lead to this room, apparently. Did not feel like getting flamed right now. Definitely not here either. 3 of those can cast flame. I think the meanie can actually use bombs too, if I remember right. Gotten pretty lucky with those getting glare attacks thus far. They've been all missing. You watch I say that and it's gonna happen. That's how it always goes. And I do realize I'm on the track to the boss, but I can always come back through the rest of the tower later, rather than backtracking now. Yes, I still have the ghost ring on. There's really no point in having her attack, so I'm just gonna only use her to heal. Unless I have nobody to heal, which I doubt that's ever gonna happen. know if she's gonna get that. Nope. And sometimes you just get unlucky like that. Finally, you did something other than spamming water. Jeez. Oops. I just realized I used that on the wrong person. Well, not necessarily. I kind of had a feeling he was going to do that. Ooh, that was a very good prediction. Probably should have healed herself instead. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Ow, that hurt. How about we not do that? Oh, I forgot I healed her already. I was kind of hoping she'd go after the boss's turn. Oh well. Ow. Okay, I have him near dead, so he's starting to heal himself. don't suppose this would work. Yeah, actually it does. I kind of had a feeling it was going to do that. I know I'm not saying much, I'm just trying to concentrate here before I end up doing something stupid. Go ahead and use another one of those. Turns out I didn't need it. Better than losing the fight, though. After that, I'm going back to town. Ouch. Told you that boss was no joke. Now there's a trope, it's called Wake Up Call Boss. I would definitely place that guy, that stupid ghost, in that category. See, and now those chests are back, even though I opened them earlier. I'm not fighting these guys, no thanks. So now we have 2 out of the 3 gems. And if you were paying attention, one of them was broken, so we have to find a replacement for it. And somebody in one of these towns will tell you where to get one. There was a save point here. I don't know how I missed that. There was a bunch of stuff in here we missed. So I'm going to go back in and see if I can't find some of the stuff. There's also a plaque on the wall that tells you the order of the towers. So you have to actually do this in the right order for it to work. I'm pretty sure it's blue, green, red. But I'm not 100% certain on that. And so far we only found one plaque saying that red's last. Okay, I went that way. There's the plaque. And he can't kill those. That's good to know. This is quickly becoming annoying. Okay, it'll be time for the cave after we're done in here. Already went there. Maybe I did have everything on it. I didn't think I did. No, I didn't. Because I didn't go over here yet. That just goes down there. Okay, now I think I have everything out of here. Somebody in here tells you about the gems, if I remember right. Stuff we already knew, but we have to keep trying to find the person that mentions the gems. At least I thought there was somebody in here that did that. Now I remember the solution is actually to go here. I just don't remember who tells you to do this. At least I thought I was supposed to do that. Let's try this again. Somebody tells you about the gems. Try asking around here again. And I could also save too while I'm at it. really don't remember. Could try going to the mines up here. Just gonna use a sweet water so I don't have to fight all this stuff. It seems like whatever NPC told you to come here, you don't actually need to talk to them. Okay, now we have all three of the gems. Could just use escape instead, really. Oops, did not mean to do that. Oh, that's right, they don't sell sweet water. I think the first town sells it, but I'm not sure. So if I recall correctly, there's only, I think, 3 more floors after this one. It's not like the second game where you have 100 floors. I'm gonna start giving these to Lufia now, just because she's falling so far behind. Look at that attack power increase. That'll certainly make the towers easier. Guys would hurt a lot right now. So we're not going to fight them. And the mace men are even worse, because they have spells. And the frost ring does as you would think it does. It increases power of ice spells. That is another cursed weapon. I'll show you what this looks like. If it looks too good to be true, it is. Basically, you get all that attack power, but you miss 90% of the time. That's why it's called the Luck Blade. turn that pawn in, we'll throw the gems in the tower. And that's probably where I'll end the episode after I get to the town after Alfrea. I think that would be a decent stopping point. Oops, I already went the wrong way. Is it down this way? Yeah, okay, that's the right way. Okay, it's one, two more. got my cat right next to me just staring at me, wondering what I'm doing. He's always wondering what I'm doing. Guess I somehow woke him up. I don't really see the need to use siders, since we're just running to the top of each tower. What? Since when? Now to find the actual correct staircase. I think it's the one over here, actually. No. Must be that one. Is that the one in the building? Yeah, okay. Have I been down there? I think I was down there. Yeah, that's the way to go, actually. Don't want to step off the edge. He didn't kill that either. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to use siders. Wasn't sure if that was better or not. Apparently is. So now they both have heeled shoes. trying to trim the inventory a little bit of stuff I know I don't need. And that is a very nice weapon for quite a while. This makes her even better. Now that town they mentioned, Odal, that's a whole nother long side quest in itself. Not as long as this one to get to this town, but it's actually decently long. And the cave that you end up going in and out of several times has great experience points. So I tend not to mind getting stuck in there too much. And as I said in the cave, these guys do hurt quite a bit, as you can see. Okay, here we are at this town. barely had enough money to get everything. I was thinking for a second I'd have to do some grinding. Turns out we don't. Okay, that will do it for this episode, and hopefully it won't be too long until the next one comes. Depends on what all's going on. And I'll see you next time.